Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in today. Today I'm going to be turning a piece of black walnut, and I had a viewer that said they really did like black walnut, so I thought I'd do a little bit of black walnut. But it's a pretty neat piece of wood. This was a tree limb piece, and I don't know, there's another piece too, a smaller piece that came off from right here, and it is rounded over, and I'll show it in a little bit. I just couldn't cut much away from it. I did draw a circle on it. I don't know if you can see it too good, but didn't know how I was going to mount it on the legs. It's got this hole in the middle of it, but I drawed the circle there, and I believe I can catch maybe 3 screws in it right there. And I'll keep the tailstock support in on it as I'm turning it, and get it fixed for a recess in it. And I don't know what I will do with it, but we'll just get it on there and we'll see how it goes and see what happens. It's got some pretty neat grain looking right there, and right there you can see a little bit of some grain, pretty neat looking grain. That hole goes nearly all the way through it. Well, it does, it goes plumb through it, but we'll just see. We'll just hope it works out where I can work a recess or something in it. All right, I had to cut this a little bit off. I didn't want to, but I had to. I was gonna put it on here, and it was gonna hit down there, so I had to trim it up a little bit. But anyway, I just got 2 screws in it, and that one just it looked like it was solid, but it wasn't. But anyway, I'm gonna get it on here, and we'll just keep the tailstock support on it as we're turning it, and should be okay. And I don't know that I ain't got the weight centered at all, and I'm gonna have to not turn the speed too fast, but we'll just be careful with it, see how it goes. Alright, it's going pretty good. Got some real neat looking grain in it right there, and some pretty nice bark. It's looks like it's about 3/4 thick in places. Gonna try to keep most of it, just as much as I can on there. But thinking about doing a wing bow, I believe. And we're gonna maybe just go a little further up and try to straighten that up, put a recess in it, and we'll flip it around and start working on the inside. And it's real heavy on one side. Maybe to get a little better and I can turn the speed up, but we'll just see how it goes. Alright, I reckon that's all I'm gonna do on the bottom. I did a little bit of sanding. It's really wet, but I just sanded it. Anyway, you know, I'll have to sand it again whenever it dries. And did a little texture on the bottom of it. I don't know how that'll go, but I'm sure this thing's probably gonna warp a little bit. But anyway, I just wanted to try it out and see what happened. But we'll just hope it don't warp. But it probably will. This sapwood and walnut is that usually does some warping, so and stuff warps anyway, but that stuff warps awful usually. But anyway, we'll just see how it goes. I'm gonna get it flipped around and we'll start working on the inside. Alright, from the inside of the recess to the top here is 2 3/4, so I'm going to try to go down maybe 2 1/2, and maybe 2 3/8 or something like that. Not go through the bottom of it, but anyway, there ain't really much place to put any tailstock support. I might try to get it in there somehow, but Alright, this going pretty good. It's some pretty hard cutting. I like to, I want to keep that in there as long as possible. That way I can apply more pressure and just get a little rough with it and get rid of a lot of it a lot quicker. But anyway, it's got that's real neat looking enclosure in there. Alright, I did about as much as I could. I had to get this tailstock out of the way. But I was trying to even out the bottom with the top rim. Kind of got the top more narrowed in than the bottom, so I tried to fix that. Anyway, we'll get this thing back going and try to thin these walls down a little bit better. That bark's pretty neat looking. Hope it don't break off. Alright, it's about time to do a little bit of sanding. I might see if I can get a few more of them toe marks out. I can sand it with 60 grit. It's pretty wet, it gums with 60 grit up, but I can still get a little bit of those tire out marks out on it. And it'll be a while before I can get it totally finished. There's some stuff in there, and it just keeps on grabbing the chisel and yanking it up, and I'll probably put some resin in that when it dries, and That way, just seal that up, I believe. I want to seal that up. Well, I reckon that's about all I can do on this thing. I think it turned out pretty neat. Hope it stays all intact and don't warp and bust. It is still pretty wet. I'll get my moisture meter over here and we'll test it. It says 23% right there. Side over here. Could be different over here. Let's see. It got 25 right there. But that's pretty wet. Anyway, we'll just hope it dries good, and I'm gonna put a bunch of soapy water on it and hope that helps it. I've had good luck with it so far, and still sometimes some of them's busted anyway, but it's better than nothing. It's cheaper too. But well, if you stay tuned here in a little bit, I'll fit it outside and we'll put some of that on it, or just regular old water or something. Bring the color out on it. And also, I'll do a follow-up video on this and let y'all see how it went. I ain't never textured wet wood before. We'll see how that goes too. But I've not been using that tool long. I just like to, I like it. It just gives them a nice, neat look. My lines ain't perfect. They're a little bit messy, but I still think it looks pretty neat. But anyway, I guess that's about it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. And I also got that other piece. I'll show it to you too. I got a, it was the other part where that limb went on out and the bark went over it. Right there it is. You can see it's got the same grain pattern in it. And this was out toward the outer edge of the tree. And you can see the bark went over, and I got to save a lot of that bark on that. And this, we'll see how it does too. I'll do a follow up on both of these. But I guess that's about it. And I'll show these here in just a little bit. I'll put some water on them. But anyway, I hope you tune in for the next one. I don't know what I'll be working on. But I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one.